What's up guys, Toe here with Toasted Tactical, and today we're going to be checking out the Daniel Defense SLW. Stick with us. So we're checking out this Daniel Defense SLW. It's their Rattlecan Arid edition, and I saw this at my local gun store. Decided I couldn't leave without it. You know, that's usually how it goes in the gun store. You don't go in for anything, just peek around, and somehow you walk out the door handfuls. But I picked it up. Big fan of Daniel Defense. They make some really great rifles, but I was really surprised about this edition. At first I thought it was just, you know, one of their special colors, wasn't nothing to it. But after doing some digging, one of their salesmen, Daniel Defense's salesman, they mentioned something online about this edition. I was doing some digging on researching it, and I was really surprised about what it comes with. Of course, you know, Cerakote, that's great. You know, adds a little bit of value to stuff you ain't got to do if you want something special. But for what you pay for this rifle, I paid about $1,980. By the time I walk out the door, you know, it's gonna be over $2,000 for tax and stuff like that. But it comes with a Geisley SSA trigger, and that's like an extra $240 added value. That's the MSRP on them. And so I thought that was really sweet. You know, it's not the biggest thing in the world. Like, it didn't come with a Radian Raptor, it didn't come with hand stop or, you know, your Magpul accessories. But if you're adding a $240 value to, you know, putting a better trigger in it, I think that's, you know, a great value, good thing that Daniel Defense did. And as far as like the first things people are going to change out anyways, it's going to be the trigger, charger handle, stuff like that. So a charger handle you can get for, you know, $80, $90, $100. You know, if you want a Radian Raptor, you're going to be over $100. But, you know, for the most part, people, if they want to change it out, they can get something pretty cheap. But a trigger, you know, if you want a really good one, you can spend as much as you want on the trigger. But for it coming with a SSA, and, you know, it's not their best trigger, but it is really, really nice. I like the added value of it. This is a 14.5 pin and welded. The one thing I wish that they would have done different is maybe something for a suppressor host, more like a Surefire War Comp. It's just right on, all it's got on it right now is just an extended bird cage, it looks like. So I wish that would have done something different there, because you got to take out that pin and weld, but it's not that big of a deal. We can rip it right out and put on something else. But I wish they would have done something different if they were going to, you know, add some extra value to this. But I do understand you got to cut costs somewhere. But so far, this rifle's been great. It's shot really well. I've ran it hard for the past couple weeks. I put right about 2,000 rounds on it. It's done really well. Had no malfunctions so far. I did change out the charger handle. Went to the Radian Raptor SD. Threw on an EOTech on the Unity risers and the Unity flip to center. Changed out stock, stuff like that. The Daniel Defense stock hand grip or pistol grip is just a little bit too small for my hands. I ain't got the largest hands in the world, but I like being up really high on the rifle, and I just had to change that out. Went to a Magpul Mo, however they want to say that. Just some standard flip up sights and a hand stop. So far it's been really good. I've enjoyed it a lot. It's held together really well, and I was a little worried about when I first got it about this finish sort of staying, you know, up to par, and I've really been surprised with it. It's, you know, been through a little bit of beatings, and it looks really good. The finish on it has been really great. I was figuring it wouldn't be, with it being sort of like custom colors and stuff like that, but it's done really well. I've been really surprised, and it's honestly not a bad deal after all. You know, of course, $2,000 is a lot to throw out on a rifle, but if you're wanting to get into that market and stuff like that, you know, by the time you end up with a finished gun, you know, these are going to be, you can have $1,500, $2,000 in a set of optics. So you'll have $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in a rifle, and the gun is just half your cost. So with Daniel Defense throwing in the custom Cerakote and stuff like that, plus the Geisley SSA, I don't think you can go wrong. If you're looking to get into a Daniel Defense, or you know, if you want a full length 16-inch rifle, or go with a 14.5 pin and welded, I would honestly try to find one of these. I looked online, there's a couple of them online. The cheapest I found was like $1,960, which is not bad. You know, you can get a regular V7 for about that price, but if you're wanting to get into the game of a Daniel Defense or even a BCM, stuff like that, but as far as this model goes, I don't think you're going wrong with buying this specific model. Now, I don't know exactly who can get them or what dealers have them and what dealers don't. I would be curious to see what Daniel Defense's sort of algorithm is on who gets them, who don't. But I actually found this in a store. I didn't have to order it or anything like that. It was actually just sitting on a shelf. It wasn't ever up on some special wall or anything like that. So there must be, you know, a pretty common rifle. I haven't seen them anywhere else, but for them to just be sitting on, or at our gun shop, for them to just be sitting on out on the floor, must be a pretty standard edition, or you know, stuff that I have that are really special. They have them up on the wall and stuff like that. But if you're looking to get into Daniel Defense, honestly, I would go try to find one of these. They are, you might find them in cheaper by I don't know when you're gonna watch this video, but you might find them in even cheaper by, you know, a year or two down the road. But if you want one right now, this is March of 2025. They're about $1,960. Go find you one. It's really great. Check it out. And just be checking out for our next video. We're going to be checking out, I built a Glock 23 Gen 5, and it's going to be about why you don't cheap out on your Glock upgrades. So as you know, everybody needs a good knife. My buddy Miles, he is a representative for Cutco. We were getting a new knife set for the house. So it's what the wife wanted. So while I was looking at his catalog, I realized they had these K-bar knives, and it's actually pretty cool. It's a pretty good tactical knife. It's going to go in my rig. I'm gonna put his link in the description below if y'all need anything. He has some a little bit smaller version, I think. I went with the bigger one. It's gonna go in my big rig. I usually keep a pocket knife on me, but for something to go in my rig, I think it'd be pretty sweet. They got pretty good deals too. Don't forget to get the wife something. So I'm gonna put his link in the description below. Y'all check him out. Y'all have a good one.